From Jackson
because they
Dart to
exceeded
little Jordan
expectations.
Humphrey.
All right, y'all. It's week 7 of Kings of the East. Welcome back. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. We got 79% of y'all watching that's non-subscribed. So just go ahead and hit that button for us right quick, man. It don't cost you nothing, feel me? But yeah, we're gonna start off talking about our NFC East matchups. And later into the episode, we're gonna get into a new segment called Skill Check. And I'll explain it a little bit later. And lastly, we're gonna end off with one of our favorite segments, Plus Money, where we talk about underdogs and see if the Kings gonna bet with the underdogs with me. So again, we're gonna start the top of our segments and kick it off with our NFC East matchups. We're gonna kick it off with Mahad and the Eagles. All right. So the Eagles are coming off back-to-back losses to the Broncos and the Giants. They're on the road this week against their former quarterback Carson Wentz and the 3-2 Vikings. What can y'all improve from last week to get the W this week, Mahad?
Can just set the tempo, set the mood of the game. Start with the first punch instead of reacting. I think we could get a win in that game. Do the Vikings scare me? Yes, because if Quinyon Mitchell is hurt, I don't like Quinyon coming off a bum hammy against Justin Jefferson. That's a tough matchup, even if he does play. But healthy,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope he's healthy. If he's healthy, I'd love to see that matchup. I think that's two of the best that they position going at it. And he's going to be following. He's been following ever since week 2, so I expect him to keep that going if he's healthy. If he's not healthy, I'm extremely more worried because the Vikings have a potent receiving core. And Carson Wentz, I saw that J.J. McCarthy might play this week. I really want to play Carson Wentz because I just feel like that's going to be a better storyline.
hmm For
But
sure.
yeah, man, I think the Eagles, I think we respond well. I think we get Saquon Barkley going. I expect Saquon Barkley's first breakout game of the season. I like the way my team responds in history against when we face adversity. So I think everybody's doubting us right now, and I have a hunch that we're gonna play our best game. And I've been saying that for like 3 weeks now, but I truly feel like
I was
this is
about to
gonna
Hey,
say,
be
cuz, I was waiting.
this is gonna be our best game because it gotta happen eventually.
sound like a broken record, don't he? God
Uh,
damn.
but yeah,
Saquon's supposed to pop off a few weeks ago straight too. Shoot.
yeah, but I like us. I like us against Minnesota, man. I'm gonna be at the game, so I'll do my recap from Minnesota hopefully after victory. But I got us winning. I'm gonna go 28-17 Eagles.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. What you think about that score, Ryan, that matchup?
I think Vikings gonna get active, man. Cause it's like you
Mm.
got a wounded. They like the Eagles wounded, man. People smell blood. You know what I'm saying? And Carson. You don't
I'm
know
about to say,
what
have you
type.
been watching the Vikings?
You don't know what type Carson you gonna get. I mean, yeah, I have. I mean, they haven't been getting like blown out or anything. It's just they haven't been very consistent. Their first game with Carson, they did extremely well. Granted, it was against the Bengals, but I mean, it wasn't something that you just gonna look over. And I guess he played 2 games after that. And he's 2-1
Yeah.
as a starter right now. I don't care who they play. I know they played the Browns, but they beat the Browns. But hey, they went overseas and they won a game. So coming
hmm
back home against the Eagles, this is an opportunity for them to like really keep their things going. And that NFC North is important that they stack these type of wins.
Yeah.
So I honestly see the Vikings taking this game. I think people really see blood when it comes to the Eagles, and they're not fearing Saquon as much as they did the previous year. You're starting to see the deficiencies on that offensive line. And in
hmm
one area where I was really high on was y'all depth. Not saying that a lot. So I think Sunday is going to be really interesting, and I would go with a score prediction of 24-21
Okay.
Vikings.
Get into our second matchup. We got the Giants. So I'm gonna wrap the Conte for a bit. So the Giants are coming off their second win of the season against the divisional opponent in the Eagles, and look to build off of their success against a stout defense in the 4-2 Broncos. Although y'all won, Conte, what's something y'all can improve on from last week to keep the streak going against the Broncos?
I'm gonna do offense and defense. On the offensive side, I think we need to get a little better in the passing game. A lot of the the big plays that we made last week were kind of unscripted. I think we need to do a little better job at actually executing on plays in the passing and not being so obvious, right? Because every team knows what we're doing now. So let's kind of switch it up a little bit. Don't be too run heavy. We can be run heavy, just do play actions, whatever. But I just want to see better offensive play. But I will say the talent just isn't there, so I kind of get it. But that's something I would like to see on the offensive side. On defense side, we got to get to the quarterback a little better. We do get pressures, but last week it was times where I'm watching like Dex and Abdul, they on the ground. Jalen Hurts is back there just a hell of time. So I definitely want to get to the quarterback this week. Bo Nix. How I see this game going, I feel like every time I say we're gonna lose, we end up winning. So part of me wants to say we're gonna lose, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna have faith in my boys. I think we're gonna win this game. I'm gonna say 17-14. I think it's gonna be an ugly one. I don't like the Broncos. I don't like the Broncos' last performance against the Jets. I don't really like that. I think they're a little inconsistent, and I don't think they have a lot of talent on the offense side as well. Cortland Sutton, he's good, but he not like we just went against AJ Brown. Devontae Smith. We went against Terry. We went against a lot of tough dudes. I don't really see their offense being that type of offense. They might be run heavy this game, just because we don't really run. Our run defense isn't that great, but I definitely think we can beat this team. And I'm gonna let y'all know now, if we beat the Broncos and Jackson Dart hoops, I'm gonna start saying some real. I'm gonna start saying some words.
Okay.
Like generational.
Right.
Like superstar.
Right.
I'm gonna start breaking some words out. I don't care, man. My boy, after what we did last week, after I got to sit down off of that last week win. I ain't really pop my shit last pod. But after what my boy did, bro, Ryan, bro, I can't wait to play y'all niggas, man. Can't wait to play these niggas, bro. My boy wanted to, I'm gonna let y'all know now. He's a future star in this league.
Okay.
I don't care.
So
It might be early.
So you said 17-14?
Yeah, 17-14. Jackson Dart, gonna get the job done. Like I said, if he hoops, just be prepared next pod.
Okay. How you feel about that, Mahad? That matchup. What's your score prediction?
I don't got the Giants winning this one. I think that the magic is gonna wear off. That defense that they about to play is probably, if not the best defense in ball right now.
Yeah.
Bo Nix and they're playing good ball. Like they're able to move the ball. I think they're gonna. Sean Payton goes with a plan. He gives his teams a good plan. So I think they're gonna attack the weak points of that Giants defense. I do think it'll be a close game, but I just think the lack of outside receivers versus that secondary, like Pat Surtain is not nothing to be played with. Like, and they're physical and they get to the quarterback. They're like Philly. We had bad gap integrity last week. Broncos not that. We just played them and they stayed stout against Hurts, letting them not escape the pocket, making them sit in, step in, and make sacks. So I expect Nick Bonito to get after it. I do think it'll be a close game. I got 20-13. I think I'll pull it out.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that matchup because I think Nick Bonito has the most sacks in the league right now, and Andrew Thomas hasn't allowed any sacks.
I was just about to say that. Andrew Thomas, he's playing like a top 3 left tackle right now, so it's gonna be some good bump right now, man. But it'll be a good game.
All right. So Ryan, what you think about that matchup against the Giants and Broncos?
And Shepard, before I got there, they had a motto. It was GATA. Get after that ass. And I think that's what the Broncos are going to do to Jackson Dart. At some point, somebody got a hungry kid. Like, you running around, you eating W's, and you doing this scatterboo. All that shit's cute, but it's like, nah, we gotta wrap this show up. We had the Tommy Cutlets. We had the Jeremy Lin and all that type of stuff. I'm not buying this shit, man. So I'm ready for the party to be over. And I think this is going to start to exit people's stage left when they play the Broncos. So I'm not really high on the Giants for this game. As far as the score prediction, y'all know I ain't the best for score predictions, but 27 to 20, the 18. I don't know. I just don't see the Giants scoring more than 2 times.
Okay.
You compared us to I don't like those comparisons just because it's like on some like Linsanity, just quick, a couple months, it's a little lit. You got about 10 to 15 of these. Just understand that. You got about 10 to 15 years of these.
Of what? Games? Or years?
Years.
The way
you got about 10 to 15.
Conte, the way he played, he might not make it to 5.
No, but listen, Jalen Hurts, right? Y'all compare him to Jalen Hurts all the time. Jalen Hurts don't run like that no more. He's smart with it now. When he was younger, he was running the same way, but he gonna learn all that, bro.
Jalen was reckless with his
That's
body
true.
like that, though.
He used to when he
Yeah,
first came in
yeah,
the league, for
yeah.
sure. He definitely did. Yeah,
Once he
I agree
I
with
just
Conte.
don't like this nigga Jackson Dox now.
I can
Like this,
tell, bro.
now.
You gonna hate it when we play? I'm telling you. And let us
Yeah,
get
nah,
Waddle. Let us get Waddle with somebody.
yeah, that's gonna be a good matchup. I think as far as the Giants and Broncos, it's gonna be Dart's toughest test. It's a
It
tough
is. It
defense,
is.
but
It is tough.
I don't know. I think y'all put up a fight for sure, just because y'all been putting up fights the last couple of weeks against stout teams. So I think it'll be a close game. I'm gonna say 24-17. I think y'all lose by one touchdown.
This first 6 weeks, I feel like we've been having too many missed opportunities. I think the team got to look at these missed opportunities and realize they got to go back to the point where we weren't had no expectations. We didn't have anything. We got to go back to that and feel like we need to prove ourselves again. Am I wrong in that sentiment?
No, I mean that's fair.
I don't
That I
remember it worded
proceed.
like that the first time.
So
But go ahead.
it's just it's just a touchy subject for y'all. I get it. Okay, I get it.
The reason I'm laughing because that wasn't too long ago, brother.
What you mean? Yeah, it wasn't.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just keep going, bro.
Yeah.
The respect is crazy. So going into this game, I'm feeling really confident about what we have to do. We getting a $30 million man back, and I hope that he has improved. And he has the opportunity to really do some things against a bad defense. And he's got to take full advantage of that and really prove what he could do. When Terry is on the field, he does help Debo a lot. Be able to be that gimmicky guy and get a lot of opportunities. Debo's not the number one receiver. And I feel like I've been banging the door on that all season. And I think that it'll help a lot having Terry on that field just to open up some opportunities for Debo. Along with Luke McCaffrey, along with Jayden Lane, guys who have been showing some strides. I know that our run offense is pretty good and everything, but because of the Cowboys offense, I do believe that we're going to have to pass the ball a lot this game. So I'm looking to see a lot of opportunities for our receivers going into this game. So I'm excited, man. I think that this is going to be a really good test for our defense as far as our defensive backs. I do believe that the Cowboys are going to try to run the ball early. And I think that we're going to take advantage of that and we're going to stop the run. And they're going to go back to that pass and they're going to pass the ball. They're already going to pass the ball a ton. But I just think early and often they're going to try to get that running game going. Because at the end of the day, I get whatever you guys feel about our offense and things like that, but it's a threat. And you got to keep us off the field as much as possible. And if you got a defense that can't really force turnovers, you got to keep them off the field in some capacity. So I see them running the ball a lot. But as far as my score prediction for this game, it varies, man, because this is the type of game that could get with both teams in the 30s. This is the type of game with one team in the 20s, one team in the 10s. In the teens, just because of a few missed opportunities or turnovers here and there. These two teams are inconsistent. These two teams have a lot of firepower, and these two teams have a lot of questions on the defensive side of the ball. So I think that it's going to come down to who can force turnovers and who can score the ball at will. So my score prediction for this game, I'm gonna go with 31-24. I'm gonna go with us winning by a touchdown in Dallas.
Okay. All right, I like that. Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of stuff that you said, especially, just our defense is inferior, and I feel like it don't matter who the quarterback is, they're going to come in there and have a day, as well as the running back, too. My running defense was pretty good at the beginning of the year, and it's been falling off, so I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully we get improved, because like you said, Commanders have the number one run offense right now, or maybe number two now, not sure, but
Yeah.
they just have, something like that. They up there, so we're gonna have to buckle down, finally buckle up again, hopefully this week, man, because Dowdle just did a number on us, so we can't let the rookie seventh rounder do the same thing, even though he is capable of doing so. Because I liked him coming out of college too, and after the draft, when I seen the highlights, I ain't never heard of him, but looked at his highlights, and he's looked good since the summer. So we gotta be one of them teams that can still slow him down and be disciplined when it comes to Jayden and the pistol and putting the ball in dude's pocket and keeping it. You know, we gotta play the read option well. And I'm not too worried about the passing game down the field. The Redskins don't take too many shots, so I'm hoping we don't give up too many big plays as we have in the past. But like Ryan said, I really think this game is going to come down to like who's going to stop who first. You know what I'm saying? It might be like the Packers game where it's just teams going back to back scores. You know, and it'll be high scoring. So if our defense can buckle down, force some turnovers, punch the ball out, or get some luck, then I think our offense can control this game and get the win for us at home for sure. So for my score prediction, I'm gonna say we're gonna win. I'm gonna say we're gonna put a 35 on them boys, 35-24. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 11 score win at the crib. So what y'all, Mahad, Conte, what y'all got for us, man? How y'all feeling about our matchup?
I'll go first. I think this is gonna be just like the Packers Cowboys game again. I think it's gonna be a shootout. Whoever gets the ball last wins. But I'm leaning towards the Commanders in this game just because they a lot of self-inflicted wounds, right? And I do give the Commanders a lot of shit, but Jayden Daniels is a great quarterback, and great quarterbacks bounce back from games where they make mistakes. So I think he's gonna come out with something to prove. I think he's gonna hoop. I think your defense is, we already know what it is. Debo, and then they're getting Terry back. I think I can see them winning on. I'm gonna go 33-30. Game winning field goal. Commanders take it. That's kind of what I see the game going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm similar to that. I think it's gonna be a shootout. Part of me, honestly, this is like a tough game to predict. This could go either way, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I just have a feeling Dallas. I just don't. The Commanders, I know they're getting Terry coming back changes a lot of things for me. Without Terry, I think the Cowboys would win this game 14 plus. I just don't think the Commanders got the firepower to keep up with that offense without Terry. With Terry, that might change things. But still, I'm leaning Dallas. I think Dallas wins this game by 10. I trust their offense more than I trust the Commanders' offense right now. And Jayden Daniels has played 4 games. Two of them have been suspect. If you want to talk about the Bears game and the Packers game, they weren't his sharpest game. So I haven't seen that Jayden Daniels from last year yet. So I've seen Dak. Dak is here. He's back. And both defenses are bad. Both defenses can be had.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
What's been different
still out, right?
in those 2 games? The Packers game, yeah, that's a chocolate. They whooped our ass. But in the Bears game, what was so different other than a few turnovers from last year to this year? Because statistically, if we looking at it,
that's what he wasn't doing last year. He wasn't turning it over at this clip.
That's true.
Yeah,
turning the ball over is the biggest.
If we've been real, he's only got 2 turnovers in those 2 games, and in 4 games that he's played.
He's had 2 turnovers on Monday night, and he had a pick against the Packers.
No, this is his first interception.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was his first.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're right.
So it's like I think that
matter of fact, this is what my fault. I'm gonna let you go. This is all I gotta say. It's not as efficient. Like last year, the Commanders' offense was very efficient. It was, boom. His completion percentage was very high. If I'm mistaken, that Packers game, what was it? He had like 40 passes, 20 completions, like under 50.
If somebody
like
could pull it up,
it was like 20 or 42, if I'm not mistaken, for like 200 yards. Like I just feel like last year your offense was way more efficient, and even. I'm also including the games with Mariota, obviously, but the way your offense is, it just doesn't look the same as it did last year to me, and that's me. I think you guys were more explosive last year. I just think Dallas is Dallas offenses. You already know. We've all admitted their offense is one of the best in the league, and they're getting CD back, so that's just a whole another dynamic to that team. And Javonte Williams, he had his first bag in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Dallas. 30, Commanders 20.
Against the Packers, he had 24 completions for 42 passes and 200 yards thrown.
Like
Only
last year,
only
that's like
average 4.8 per pass too.
like
So
last year, Jayden Daniels' numbers was like 20 for 27,
So what
21
was
for
his
20.
other stats in other games?
no, but
Because
I'm about to say I'm with
what my
Ryan
question
though.
is, about the, like, granted, like, you can't hold against somebody who's out for a game, so we can't look at it like, oh, he only got 5 touchdowns this season. He
Yeah, I'm not
only,
doing
you know
that.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
not doing that.
So my thing is, against the Giants, we called it a bad game, but if we look at his stats, he was efficient. Against the Bears, we call it a
What was
bad
the
game.
stats against? What was the status against the Giants?
All right, we not about to keep.
I can't remember, but
I
my
have it up right
thing
now
I
if
is,
y'all
thought
want,
Conte
but
had it up. I thought Conte
Oh,
had
you
it
I
up.
have
got
it
my
up.
bad.
my biggest,
I ain't know
my
that.
point is, because I was having this conversation today. I get it. Yeah, we want to see the same theatrics and everything from the previous year. Jayden Daniels probably just played in his worst game of his career by turning the ball over, this like how he did on Monday, and that was after throwing 3 touchdowns, being down by 13 points, and it wasn't in the shootout where he went to go drive down the field to score those touchdowns. Two turnover. The first turnover was in the red zone, which was a uncharacteristic throw by him, and then that last turnover was another uncharacteristic thing by him fumbling the ball. So I would say pump the brakes on assuming that something is missing, something is wrong. The guy's played in 17 games in his career, and he's finally hit where it's like, you had a bad game. And like Conte said, great quarterbacks bounce back. So if great quarterbacks bounce back, and you telling me I get to play the worst defense in the NFL, I like my chances. So,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no, I'm with him.
I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback though. I'm just saying
no,
your
I'm not
offense.
saying you are. I'm not saying you are.
I'm just saying I don't think your offense is as explosive as it was last year. That's where I'm
Okay.
coming from it.
But I
All
don't
right.
see how it isn't. Because even with Marcus Mariota, we still averaging 25 plus a game. And we still have the number one rushing offense in the league. So
That
I
is this year.
hear what you're saying, but is it because we're doing the same thing and we're not doing more? Or is it because we're really not as explosive as last year? Because statistically, we still are.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm with Ryan because you said like his game against the Packers and the Bears was shaky, but he threw 21 for 27 against the Bears. Outside of the 2 turnovers, he didn't do anything wrong, honestly, and he saved his offensive line from looking bad, from sacks, getting out, escaping the pocket and whatnot. So he had a very efficient game, in my opinion. So
But do y'all hear what
I'm
y'all
kind of
saying?
with Ryan on this one.
Y'all saying if he didn't turn the ball over, he had a good game. That's
Outside of
not.
the 2 turnovers, it was
No,
an excellent game.
I
You
didn't
can't
say
look
nothing like
at the
that.
2 turnovers though. That's what I'm trying to
No,
explain to you.
I'm with you. I'm just saying, like
I'm not
outside
saying
of
he
that,
played. I'm not saying. I get what y'all saying. Y'all saying besides those plays, but those is the plays that I'm highlighting. To me,
for
I'm
sure.
sorry.
And I feel
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
got you.
highlighting them too. But I'm going
But
off the
on
point.
Ryan's account, like he said, those are two uncharacteristic turnovers. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, we see that from him
So that's
consistently.
what I'm
So
I
saying
got you.
about your comment about the offense is not the same, it's not as explosive, and that's without the feature guy that
Terry.
you say that we had. That's without the
Hmm.
feature guy. You get what I'm saying?
hmm
So
Yeah.
it's
He
just
played in
like
that Packers game though. That's what I was talking about. But
That was his worst game of the season.
that was a
I
terrible
wouldn't
game.
yeah.
That was a terrible
Yeah.
game for sure. Like
I
for
wouldn't put
sure.
the Bears game next to that one though, in the same light. I don't think it's the
I
same.
got you.
Yeah, I
But we'll
said
move
worse
on.
because
That
of
was
the
good
turn.
dialogue. All right, so we'll get into our next segment. We got a new one here. It's called skill check. So I'm gonna provide each of the Kings 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, and 2 wide receivers, and they're gonna let me know which player that they feel like is having a better season up to this point and why. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Conte, and we're gonna just go around the room and start off with quarterbacks. So Conte has Justin Herbert versus Jordan Love. So through 6 weeks, Conte, who you feel like's having a better season right now?
Right now, I got to go with Justin Herbert.
Okay.
He came out early in the season, big dub against Patty, and they continued that until they ran against us. But he's dealing with a lot of injuries as well, and I don't know. I gave him the nod because you sent the stats in. I gave him the nod just because they're winning the division right now.
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah, so I gave them the nod for that, but they're both playing really well. Both playing really well, but I'm rocking with Justin.
Okay, I like that. All right, we'll move on to Mahad. Mahad, for your quarterbacks, we got Sam Darnold versus Jalen Hurts. Who you think's playing better up to this point?
Listen, man, if you're a stat guy, I'm not gonna front. Actually, Sam Darnold's playing better right now. Passing the ball, Sam Darnold's playing better.
They got the same record, 4-2.
Yeah, but Sam Darnold's playing better right now. I give you that. Jalen Hurts
Okay,
obviously has more stats on the ground, but I give Sam Darnold the edge. Their offense is just at a better clip right now.
okay, that's all you had.
That's it. I ain't gonna get deep
You
dive.
look even sweet,
Because you
short,
told me
sweet.
to just go off the 6 games. I'm not projecting.
Hey, no, I respect that. I
I'm
just want
not
to make
going
sure
any
you
further.
had more in the tank. I
No,
ain't
no, no,
know.
no,
Just
no. I got
we'll
that
move
now.
on to Ryan. Don't trip. All right, Ryan, for your quarterback, we got Jayden Daniels and Drake May. Which one do you feel
Yeah,
like playing
extremely
better up to this
classless.
point?
I just want that to be known. This is
That's what I'm saying. He's
extremely
dirty.
classless.
He's dirty.
Don't
To
trip. I spread it
compare
out though. I spread it
to
out. Don't
compare a
trip.
quarterback that's only seen the field 4 times to a second-year quarterback who's in the second.
They're both second-year quarterbacks.
Answer the
Let me
question, bro.
finish my
Yes.
statement. Like, let me
Go
finish,
ahead, bro.
please.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, like for real. Like let me get my shit off though. To a second-year quarterback who is having an amazing season. Drake May is looking amazing. Drake May is looking up to par. He's looking like the third overall pick. I love what he's doing in New England. I do think that he's going to be a good quarterback for them. He's going to be consistent. But yeah, I guess it's not even a debate if Drake May looks better than Jayden Daniels right now. Like the guy is damn near MVP candidate. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your team 4-1. You know, Jayden Daniels had his team 4-1 when they were both rookies. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this year in these 4 games out of 6 games that Jayden Daniels played because we wanted to just throw these guys against each other. And they're going to get compared for the rest of their careers, but it's all good. We'll be at week 18 before you know it, and we can have this conversation again.
Yeah, we gonna revisit it. That's why you
Bro,
gotta
he's
build
six
it
games,
up.
bro.
I respect the honesty.
But
I respect the
extremely
honesty.
classy.
Sam Darnold better than Hurts. You know damn well.
Yeah, I
I'm better.
appreciate y'all honesty. That's good. That's good work.
Sam
So we'll
Darnold
move
has
back.
played in 6 games this year.
I mean, bro,
Take whatever
I
4
wasn't
games
going
you
off
want
the
from Drake
games.
May. Hey, take whatever 4
Yeah,
games you want from Drake May this year.
You said
We can
for
do
what?
real,
that.
for real.
Take
Whatever
whatever
4 games
4
you want.
games you want from Drake May compared to Jayden Daniels. Drake May is having a better year, so don't do that.
Yeah, if you want to play like that, you can play like that too. But we'll move on to the running
Yeah,
backs.
we
Don't
could
trip.
definitely play like that. What? What?
We'll move on to the running back. So Ryan, we'll stick with you. So Ryan has 2 running backs here. He has James Cook versus Javonte Williams of the Cowboys. So I know it might sound crazy, but what you think, Ryan? Who's playing better up to this point?
I ain't even gonna do it yet. I ain't even gonna do it. I'm gonna move to these running back. Running back is having the best season right now is Javonte Williams. The Bills, I just think the Bills are like they just built the right way. So like their players are going to be effective. And I think it's kind of a system thing. Cowboys don't have a type of like a running style offense. The way that the Bills do. Bills have, I think, the second overall rushing offense in the league. So I would say James Cook has helped a little bit with that. But just like pure running back, I think Javonte Williams is having his best year hands down as a running back. But yeah, it was a conversation I was having earlier about Javonte Williams. I think this is going to be the best defensive front he sees this year.
Okay.
In these first
seen the
6
Giants. He's seen the Giants earlier.
And Bill saw the Giants too in his first game and hit 82 yards. So the Giants haven't lived up to the expectation of being that top defensive line. So until then,
Okay.
I can't give that to
Stopping
him.
the run, yeah.
Okay. I guess you guys have. So we'll move on to Mahad. Mahad's running backs. He has Jonathan Taylor versus Bijan Robinson. Who you think's playing better up to this point, Mahad?
This was tough because up until this last game, Jonathan Taylor was who I would say, but
For sure.
The way Bijan is impacting both the passing game and the receiving game, Bijan Robinson's having the best season of all running backs in football right now. So I'm gonna go with Bijan Robinson.
So would you put Jonathan Taylor at that number 2?
Right now, for sure, he's just playing the
Okay.
second best
Yeah.
ball
Okay.
right now. They neck and neck. I think they're gonna be chasing each other for that rushing title. for sure.
Okay, no, I respect that. Keep it going with the running backs. We got Conte with Cam Scatterbo and versus Bill Krosky Merritt.
Yeah, this was a no brainer for me. I gotta give it a Cam Scatterbo. I just think
Scat
he's impacting the game a little bit more.
Wow.
On the running side, the receiving side, and the blocking side. I just feel like right now he's just bringing a lot of juice to the team. So I'm giving him this off pure impact, really.
Okay. Just team impact, morale, getting the juices going for the team, all
Everything,
that.
man. I mean, he has more tutties too, but I don't want to be the stat guy and really get in it. And I feel like we're working him more than the Commanders are working Bill. Like we're really
Okay.
like using him all the time. So yeah,
Okay. All right. I didn't know that was a no brainer. I thought it would be a little bit more friction than that, but hey,
nah,
that's what he
the
thinks.
receiver one
So.
was tough though.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So we'll stick with you with the receiver one.
yeah, yeah.
So Conte's receiver, this one was kind of tough. So Conte got Drake London versus Justin Jefferson. So who do you feel like's playing better up to this point right now?
Yeah, man. Like I said, this was hard. I sat with this for a little minute, but I had to give it to Drake London.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a Drake just because I feel like the fact that he's playing on par with a Justin Jefferson, he's having the better season. Because I don't really have these expectations for him. I don't know how y'all feel about Drake London, but he's not that for me. But I think he's cool. He's cool, but he's not like Justin Jefferson in my opinion.
He's up next to me.
He's up next, yeah. But he's having a great year, man. He's having a great year. He's silencing a lot of critics, and he's impacting the game well. Like the Bills game. He's cribbing. They talk a lot of shit about his 40 time. He broke for a long teddy last game. Like I really like the way Drake London is playing right now. But that's no knock to Justin Jefferson, of course.
Yeah, for sure. These are all great players. We just seeing who's doing better up to this point. I like that, Conte. So we'll skip over to Ryan. So Ryan's wide receiver matchup. He has Amon-Ra St. Brown versus George Pickens. So who you think's playing better up to this point, Ryan?
I'm gonna go with Amon-Ra. He's the number one target for Detroit. So I'm sticking there. Once CeeDee Lamb comes back, it's gonna be a dip in George Pickens' numbers. So I'm gonna stick with Amon.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say you projecting. We talking about through week 1 through 6, not when CD come back and all that. Like we talking about right now. You still feel the same? If you still feel the same, that's cool.
I said it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll keep on going to Mahad. Lastly, Mahad has Puka Nakua versus Jackson Smith Najigva. Who you think playing better up to this point?
This was a tough one,
Mhm.
but it's Jackson Smith, bro. Jackson Smith is
Okay.
playing the best ball at receiver in the league right now, bro. Like he's a much more. Puka's nice. Puka's that intermediate. He's that first down. He's the move to chain. I believe I looked at Avery. I think Jackson Smith has 20 catches of over 20 yards this season already.
Yes.
Damn.
Bro. Yes, he's going insane, bro.
He's going crazy. He has like 80 yards more, I think, on like 12 less catches than Puka.
Yeah, he
So,
got less catches and more yards for sure.
yeah, so
Yeah.
he's definitely the big play guy and more touchdowns. Yeah, Jackson Smith is that guy right now. He's showing that Seattle made the right choice moving off DK and giving him the reins. So I'm gonna go with Jackson Smith.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all playing skill check with me. That was pretty good. I definitely surprised me on a couple of them. But we'll move on to our next segment, which is plus money. So I'm going to provide each of the Kings one underdog matchup that I like, and they're going to let me know if they would take the underdog for plus money or not.
Let me
So
go
we'll
first.
so we'll start off with Mahad. He wants to go first. So Maha, we have an NFC matchup where both teams only have 2 losses. One NFC team is coming off a great win against a top AFC opponent, and the other is coming off their second loss by 11 points on a loss on the road. This matchup is between the Falcons and 49ers. The Falcons are currently underdogs sitting at plus 115. So would you take them for plus money? This game is also at the 49ers crib. Sunday night. Prime time. Yep.
Falcons been playing good ball, man. 49ers are injured. Fred Warner just went down. Yeah, I would take that. That's a good gamble.
I'll take that too.
I would go for the Atlanta. I would go for Atlanta. I think the 49ers are just too banged up, man. They playing good ball. Kyle Shanahan's going to always scheme them up, but I just think Atlanta is clicking right now. Since that Panthers beating,
Yeah.
they've gotten it together over there on offense. And that D-line, the young guys, they was getting after it. They was getting after it on Sunday night. I don't know if y'all watched it, but they
Oh,
were
I
they were
watched
getting
Josh Allen was in hell.
and Jalen Walker and James Pierce were getting after it. They look
I'm,
good.
I'm telling you, they got the best rookies in my opinion. I think
They gonna
between the Giants and the Falcons have the best rookies in
Yeah,
my
nah, they
opinion.
look good. The Falcons are. I slept on them earlier in the year because they look bad. Michael Penix looked bad, but they're getting it together. They're riding the ship over there. So
No
I'm
question.
actually gonna take that. I would take that
Okay,
bet.
take the plus, man. I like that. Okay, so we'll keep it going to Conte. Conte has a matchup here. We got a battle of two 4-2 teams. Okay, one is in the NFC, one is in the AFC. The AFC team was rolling, but just suffered their second loss at home, while the NFC team is coming off their fourth win of the season and looking to build off that success. This matchup is between the Rams and the Chargers, where Vegas has the Jags as underdogs, currently sitting at plus 130. So, Conte, would you take the Jags for plus money?
Nah, I wouldn't take the Jags.
No?
I wouldn't take the
Okay.
Jags. Yeah, I like the Rams too much in this one. The Jags are playing well, but I think
hmm
the Rams just a complete team, and I like their defense a little bit more, and I like their weapons way more. So I'm going Rams on this one.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Hey,
for
hey,
me, yeah, go ahead.
my fault. Am I good to drop or do I gotta wait for it to upload?
Oh, I ain't think about that.
I
Yeah.
could I
Yeah.
could also mute my
We
joint.
almost done. We just got one more. Just
All
Ryan.
right, go ahead,
That's
go
it.
ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Okay. All right, Conte. No, I feel that for sure. So last plus money matchup for Ryan. So Ryan, we have an AFC showdown between two teams that are both leading their division and coming off wins from last week as well. One of the AFC teams only has one loss, but is still the underdog in this matchup. This matchup is between the 5-1 Colts and the 4-2 Chargers. Colts are underdogs currently sitting at plus 110. So would you take the Colts for plus money, Ryan?
Yeah, I take the Colts. The Chargers had three straight really bad games. They had to beat the really bad Dolphins on the last second field goal.
Yeah.
And they lost at home to us, and they got beat in New York. So that's just a bad stretch of three games. And I think honestly, I think the Colts need to be in the conversation of being one of the most complete teams. They could run, they could throw the ball, they could stop the run, and they could rush the
I'm
pass.
with you.
So I think that I definitely take Indianapolis as being the plus money or whatever you said.
You take it for plus money. Okay. I heard that. So we got 2 out of 3 there. So just sound like Conte wouldn't take the Jags for plus money. So we're gonna see how it plays out on Sunday. But I appreciate y'all playing plus money with me. That's all we got for week 7 of Kings of the East. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, all that. And yeah, we're gonna see y'all next week, man. Peace.